That's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. First of all, Jay-Z offered him money. At first, he offered him bread, like, and everything, but his aunt didn't like approve of it. She said, "No, Jay-Z got a lien on her house, all type of shit that was going on." The lady put up paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but young boy's so thorough though. He just want a dad. He not trying to get no money. He not trying to do none of that. But something happened to him, and I was like, "Yo, that sound kind of weird." He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and there was a gun in his car. Like when he opened the door, he seen the gun. He said he went to go like call his man, like, "Yo, did you leave a gun in my car?" His man's like, "No." He said, "Why you on the phone talking to his man?" The cops pull up and block him up. He said, he's telling the cops, "No, that's not my gun." He's like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car.
Oh.
And pulled off. I said, "Bro," I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know. He's like, "Yeah, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order and trying to." If my thing is, if it's not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with. Yeah.
Has Rymir Satterwhite finally cornered Jay-Z into owning up to what he's allegedly dodged for a decade? Because after 10 long years of Jay-Z spinning excuses, ducking subpoenas, and playing legal hopscotch to avoid swabbing his cheek, the court has officially slammed the gavel, ordering him to cough up that DNA once and for all.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing.
And let me tell y'all, the Carter household is gasping for air right now because Jay-Z's skeletons are rattling louder than ever. Word is, the DNA results back up exactly what Rymir Satterwhite has been screaming for decades, that he's Jay-Z's firstborn son. And now that the internet's dragging Jay-Z for putting this man through emotional gymnastics, Matthew Knowles is stepping in to remind him just how royally he botched this one. But honey, this ain't your average daddy. Issues plotline, because whenever Jay-Z steps in, mess, Beyonce somehow gets dragged in behind him like a PR punching bag. And Matthew is done watching his daughter's name get smeared in drama she didn't start and never signed up for. So here's the tea. It looks like Jay-Z has officially run out of escape routes because, for the first time ever, Rymir Satterwhite just landed a massive breakthrough in the same paternity war he's been fighting for years. This marathon battle against Jay-Z just flipped a major page. Word is the court finally greenlit the case and told Jay-Z to hand over that DNA and stop playing games. If you've been even half awake following this saga, you already know this moment was years in the making. There were times it felt like it would never see the light of day, especially with Jay-Z flexing his billionaire privilege, dragging things out endlessly just to avoid giving Rymir Satterwhite the closure he's been demanding and frankly deserves.
Try to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, cause I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth, and if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why are you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
The first time the name Rymir Satterwhite hit the headlines was way back in 2010, when he boldly filed a paternity suit against Jay-Z just 2 years after the mogul tied the knot with Beyonce. But instead of answers, Rymir got smacked with legal brick walls. The Pennsylvania courts shut him down, claiming he was already 18 when the case was filed. Translation: too old to matter. But Jay-Z's legal squad swooped in fast, claiming their client had zero ties to the state, personally, professionally, or otherwise. And just like that, the judge tossed it out like expired tea. But Rymir's legal team wasn't backing down without a fight. They appealed fast and came with receipt stacks documents showing that someone named Sean Carter did in fact have ties to New Jersey. Seemed like a slam dunk, right? The Sean Carter on those papers is actually Jay-Z. Just a tiny technicality, but enough for the court to slam the door shut once again. Still, Rymir Satterwhite didn't quit. It's hard to ignore just how deep this alleged connection might go. A man who claims Jay-Z is his father has made a heartfelt plea to the rapper to help him uncover the truth about his paternity and finally end a decade-long legal battle over his true identity. Rymir Satterwhite, 31, has been fighting to get rap mogul 55 to take a DNA after his late mother Wanda told him he was the result of a brief romance they had in 1992. When she was 16 and he was 22, in an exclusive interview with DailyMail.com. Rymir has insisted he is not chasing his alleged father for fame or demanding money, he simply wants to know the truth. She gave birth to Rymir in July 1993. At the time, she was in an on-again for man's ETH, her high school sweetheart Robert Graves. In 2010, she requested that a Pennsylvania court make that men take a paternity test in order to determine her son's real father. So here's the twist: Rymir actually did a DNA test with Robert, the man he once believed could be his father, and the results? Total mismatch. Robert wasn't it. But when it was Jay-Z's turn to step up and take the test, suddenly it was Loop. The man practically turned avoiding DNA swabs into an Olympic sport.
Baby, I feel like, right now I feel like I got a bigger fight. This is part of my life, so I won't stop fighting for, the paternity or anything else. Whatever I put my mind to, I fully go. I was hoping that it wasn't true, but if it is, honestly, you cannot do things like that. You will get what you deserve. I don't know what them guys was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking, if it's true, To get fair due process, they just been, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, so I can't get in there and actually know fully what's going on. I'm only there to, say what I believe in, and, you guys can put me on a lie detector test, anything else you want me to do. I always been here to stand on the truth. I told them, if it was wrong, I'm a man, I can apologize. But for me to go in there and ask for fair due process and not get it, and they just throw you all around like you're a rag doll, I just find that to be crazy. And I really think we need to change that. Like, it's craziness, I'm not asking for nothing. I always been on here. I wasn't never asking for nothing. People can say what they want. As I said, I work, I'm doing great. I gotta take care of my kids. Like, I'm driving a nice car, I'm getting nice income. So it's not like I never been here asking for nothing or trying to get 15 minutes of fame. So people just gotta realize that these court systems and these people that's out here and controlling these people that's in the court systems, we need to change it, because we can't go and get fair due process. What are we all paying taxes and all this for?
Now that the law is finally leaning in Rymir's favor, the guy is just trying to breathe, again hoping this years-long circus might actually reach a finale. But guess who's not exactly lighting celebratory candles? Yep, Matthew Knowles. Word is, he's fuming that Jay-Z's messy past keeps clawing its way into the present and dragging Beyoncé down with it. From cheating rumors to those shady whispers about Diddy, and now this. Somehow, Beyoncé always gets pulled into the storm like it's her scandal to clean up. And let's not sugarcoat it: if this DNA test proves Jay-Z is really Rymir's father, and if there's even a hint that the mother was underage when it all went down, oh baby, the fallout would be biblical. We're talking legacy-shattering, brand-torching, Carter Empire collapsing chaos. This isn't just about Jay-Z and Beyoncé, it's about their entire dynasty going up in smoke. So yeah, Jay-Z is doing everything he can to keep that vault locked tight. At least for the family he publicly claims. And from the looks of it, looks like Jay-Z might finally be feeling the heat from Matthew Knowles, because for the first time since this whole paternity soap opera began, he's actually responding to Rymir's claims. And not just with a vague PR line, he's calling the entire lawsuit the latest chapter in what he's now labeling a decades-long harassment campaign. According to Jay-Z, multiple courts have already tossed out these allegations. Yet Rymir keeps pushing his story to anyone with a mic and a pulse. Oh, and his legal team. They're coming in swinging, calling Rymir's claims of intimidation complete fiction. In fact, they insist they did try to contact Satterwhite's guardian to set up a conversation, but were apparently met with nothing but hostility. And the communication trail went cold from there. But let's be real here. If Jay-Z is so confident this kid isn't his, why not just take the damn DNA test and be done with it? Letting this drag out for years only makes it look like Rymir Satterwhite might just be telling the truth. And judging by how the internet's reacting, Jay-Z's refusal to face the facts is looking more like a cover-up than a defense. I really do fear for Rymir. Having to beg Jay-Z to take a paternity test for years is heartbreaking. I happen his fair legal representation to protect him. It's wild that people have power to allegedly manipulate legal process. Enough is enough. Take Thetist. I'm not going to lie. If it comes out that this is Jay-Z's son for real aren't Jay, went all these years with ignoring this boy, then Jay-Z ain't the Nina y'all think he is, because that's some loser ass. I don't think Jay-Z can claim Rymir if he wanted to, because Ife doesn't. We'll all know that he's a PDF, and that's why he's been dodging THE DNA test. I hope Rymir gets the justice he is looking for. But be honest, do y'all really think it's impossible that Jay-Z could be Rymir Satterwhite's father? Or is this the one truth he's been dodging like it's a tax audit with a spotlight?